Welcome back. As you probably know, I just started a new podcast, Big in Biz with DiVizzio. My first podcast guest was Rachel Petry. She was by far the best interviewing student I've ever had come through my course, so it just kind of made sense to me to offer her that #1 position in my podcast. I asked her some questions about, were you always really, really good at interviewing, or have you learned along the way? And her answer was such that, yeah, there were lots of things that she intentionally did that helped her learn along the way. One obviously was taking my course, and I really appreciated her saying that. She also said that she did something that I say routinely to participants in my interviewing skills class. And I don't find that many people taking advantage of it, and they are missing a huge opportunity to learn a ton about how to be a great interviewee. So my video today is giving you a great tip on how to get way better at interviewing than you are now, regardless how good you are. And it is to volunteer to be on the panel as an interviewer when you can. I know that you're going to have opportunities where you're the interviewee. We've already talked about all the different things you can learn from that. But what about being a panel member, an interviewer? And what do you learn? Well, the first thing you learn is from the conversation that all the interviewers have after the interviewee leaves the room. What are some of the things they talk about? Man, that person really wasn't prepared. And so now you learn what level of preparation they expect based on the comments they make about seeing all these other people. Some were, some weren't. They talk about how they evaluate people, the things that they look for, the things that they see but they disregard. Because I guarantee you there are people come in my class and they say, man, I'm really worried about that. And I'm going, I wouldn't be worried about that. You know why? Because the interviews don't care about that. Really? They don't care about that? Yeah, really. They don't care about that. But if you don't know that, then you go into the interview worrying about that. So wouldn't it be nice if you're only concerned about the things that the interviewers are concerned about? And that's what you learn. When you hear an answer, how do you discriminate whether it's a good answer or a bad answer? And so now you're listening to answers through their eyes and ears, and you hear the way other interviewers do it. And you go, oh, I hadn't really thought about that. The way I evaluate answers is this. But there are some people who evaluate my answers in that way? That's pretty interesting to me, because now I've got to take that into account as I prepare additional answers. Anyway, I could go into, how much time do you have for me to list all the things that you're going to learn? Let me just say this. You're going to learn enough from the first time that you do it. I guarantee it. That you're going to raise your hand a second and a third and a fourth time. Man, the more of these panels that I can be on, the more times I can be the interviewer, I'm just going to increase my learning. I'm getting geometric in proportion now, not arithmetic. I'm not going to learn a little bit every time. I'm going to learn leaps and bounds of information every time. For more tips on how to interview well, please check out my new online course and book. I'll put links in the description below. I'll also put a link in the description below to the podcast with Rachel. You will definitely benefit by listening to that or watching that. I want to appreciate the fact that you have subscribed to the channel. Any of you who give me the thumbs up, I love you. Thank you for doing that. Really appreciate it. I'll see you right back here next week for my next video. Until then, stay cool. Have good thoughts. See you.